Welcome to Yorkshire again, Prime Minister.
Thank you, sir.
You've been up here a few times already, telling us that you'll do Northern Powerhouse Rail, telling us that you'll give us more police officers, and now telling us you'll give us more power to do great things in the north. But can you do any of that? Because you can't get an election. This sounds like election promises and an election tour. And you can't get an election and you can't get Brexit done at the moment. How are you going to achieve that?
Well, we are going to... I certainly won't be deterred by anybody from our goal of coming out of the EU on October the 31st, which is, I think, what the people of this country want us to do, and they want us to get Brexit done. I believe they do. But I also won't be deterred from getting on with our domestic agenda. And I think the people of this country also want to hear, yes, it is absolutely true that the opposition parties don't particularly want to have an election, nor do they want to deliver Brexit, and I have to face that reality at the present. But what people want is to hear how we're going to get on and deliver on their priorities, and that is what we're going to do. So whatever the shenanigans that may be going on at Westminster, we will get on with delivering our agenda and preparing to take this country out of the EU on October the 31st. And there will be ample time for Parliament to consider the deal that I very much hope to do at the EU summit on October the 17th and 18th. And there will be ample time, as the gentleman, I think, was the gentleman who left prematurely, not necessarily under his own steam. That is the answer to his question. We've lost in this, but to have a Queen's speech and to set out our domestic agenda, I don't think people realise we've lost about 4 days of parliamentary sitting time. There is ample time for Parliament to consider not just Brexit, but all kinds of things, both before and after the European Council on October the 17th. So let's get on and do it.
Prime Minister, you mentioned the Stronger Towns Fund in your speech. I've done a bit of analysis looking at which towns have received money from that, and most of them are marginal seats that the Conservatives either need to win from Labour or need to defend from the Liberal Democrats, including some of the most marginal seats in the country. Well, are you trying to buy votes using that fund?
Look, I mean, obviously, I wouldn't be at all surprised if the Conservatives were in contention in every seat in the country. I can't be remotely surprised that some of the towns in question might shortly have a Conservative MP. If you'll kindly furnish me with the analysis that you've done, I'll be happy to answer you. But what we want are stronger towns across the UK. We want to use the cash to help people, local people, wherever they are, to level up and to invest in wonderful things for their communities, to improve public amenities, to help to put in broadband, and to bring life to their communities. That's what we want to do, and I think it's a great thing for every town in the country. And I'm not aware of any political bias involved in I'm genuinely not aware of any political bias involved in the dispersing of those funds, and it sounds like pure cynicism to suggest otherwise. Seriously, I mean, I think people do deserve to know what's going on. We're working incredibly hard to get a deal. There is the rough shape of a deal to be done. As some of you may have seen, I've myself been to talk to various other EU leaders, particularly in Germany, in France, and in Ireland, where we made a good deal of progress. I'm seeing President of the Commission and the Chief Negotiator, Michel Barnier, on Monday, and we'll talk about the ideas that we've been working on, and we'll see where we get. I mean, I would say I'm cautiously optimistic. How is that a good enough characterization, Paul, of where we are? I'm cautiously optimistic. And on your second question, which was about, but whatever happens, we'll come out on October the 31st. Your second question about David Cameron. Well, look, I mean, absolutely nothing. I want people to be clear. Absolutely nothing that David Cameron says in his memoirs in the course of the next few days will diminish the affection and respect in which I hold him, not least for what he did in turning this country round after Labour left it bankrupt, by the way, and delivering a jobs miracle in the UK with record low unemployment. I think he has a very distinguished record and a legacy to be proud of. That's what I think.
Thank you.
Well, it's true. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much there.